Welcome, DIYers, to episode number 2 in the Become a Backend Developer series. Today we're going to do a really simple Hello World demonstration, so let's get right into it. The first most obvious thing that I want to point out to everybody is backend is different from front end because backend uses server-side code, which means you technically need to have a server for code to work. So while Hello HTML, if I double click it, it opens up just like a web page would. The difference with PHP or a server-side framework is we'll create a new one, call it hello.php. If I were to create a little bit of PHP here, we'll just do echo hello, save that, and let's open this with what's going on? Other all applications, Google Chrome, wherever that is. Open it up. It just prints out everything in that file, which it's not supposed to do. You should just see hello. So what I've done, and we'll get into the tools more in depth in the future episodes, but I created a Map Pro localhost and I pointed it at this backend hello folder. So as far as my computer is concerned, this is a server and the computer is a server, and it's pointing to backend hello as the local host's virtual directory. So we're going to go ahead and start MAMP. Come on. All right, now that it's started, if we were to go back to that page, if we were to go to localhost /hello.php, you're going to get hello, which is all you should see, is just text that's echoed. So let's go ahead and do the proper hello world. Hello world, save that, and that goes out. If we wanted to do a variable, world is equal to world, then we could get rid of this world, concatenate that variable onto the end of the hello space, save that, and you should get the same result. You do. So that's a really simple hello world example. So let's dive a little deeper. And I wanted to do this, and the reason I brought the hello.html is I wanted to show how the front end works with the back end and why it's so important for front end developers and back end developers to communicate. So let's get right into that, and we'll open up the hello.html document. You don't need to worry about this file for the most part. If you want to learn more, go check out the front end developer series. I'll link to that in the description below. But the basic premise is you got some HTML elements here. You've got a header tag, paragraph tag, and a button that says shout out. When you click it, it calls this function called name prompt. Well, this function is name prompt up here, and anything inside it gets fired when you click that button. So what it's going to do here is it's going to fire a prompt, which will pop up on your screen. I'll show you real quick a demonstration. So we'll go to localhost /hello.html. So if you click shout out, boom, it pops up. I'll put my name in here, hit OK. Oops. Put my name in here, hit OK. Now it says hello Jason, and it takes my name from that prompt and puts it in this little sentence here. So what it does is this triggers the prompt. This checks to see if the person entered anything in the name field. If they didn't, then it doesn't do anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to manipulate this just a bit. So let's go ahead and so we're going to submit an AJAX call to our hello.php. So that's our front end is basically doing a dynamic call to the back end for some data. So let's go ahead and set that up. So we've got XML, we're going to do var XML HTTP is equal to new XML HTTP request. Then you're going to do XML.http.send, .open, and you're going to do a get call with the get call pointing to the root of this server, hello.php. We're going to throw a little variable on the front of that, so you'll do question mark name is equal to what? We're going to concatenate, which on JavaScript is a plus, not a period. So we'll do name. So what that's going to do is it's going to do hello.php with a URL parameter of name that is equal to whatever we submitted in our prompt box. And then you'll put true to make it synchronous, or to make it asynchronous, sorry. Then we will do XML http.send, and that will actually send that request to the PHP. So now what we need to do is we need to listen for a response. So we're going to do XML http dot onReady state change is equal to function. Create a new function. We're going to do if xml.http dot what is it dot? It's dot ready state is equal to 4 and XML HTTP dot status is equal to 200. So if that's true, then it should do what I want it to do, which is going to be getting rid of this statement. We're going to move this statement up. And basically all we're going to do is we're going to set this equal to XML HTTP dot response text. So instead of taking that name and concatenating it in the front end, we're going to let the server do that. So we're going to send the name off to hello.php. Hello.php is going to take that name, it's going to digest it, and then it's going to send it right back to us, and we're going to throw whatever it sends back to us in this header tag here. So let's jump into hello.php real quick. Leave that down there for now. So we have a get call coming in with a parameter of name, so we need to get that in the hello.php. So let's start by setting up a variable. We'll call it name is equal to $_get, which matches this. And then we're going to do open bracket, open apostrophe, and then we're going to do name, which matches this parameter. So we'll go ahead and save that. So now let's create a string. So we're going to do string is equal to hello JSON welcome to our world. We're going to close that off with the semicolon. Now we're going to actually get rid of JSON, and we want that to be the name variable. So I'm going to go ahead and throw an opening or a closing quote for this piece of string, and then we're going to create an opening quote for this piece of string. So you notice that there's a period here and a period here. This one is concatenating because it is not wrapped in quotes. This one is not. This is considered string, so it's just a typical period. So now we're going to move in between these quotes, which may look like they're kind of string in here, but really this is a closing quote for this string, and this is an opening quote for this string. So these are the strings in between here is where we're going to put our concatenating variable. So we're going to concatenate $name to this string here, hello, and then we're going to concatenate this string to the hello and the name with that period. So now we'll go ahead and get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. So instead of echoing hello world, we're just going to echo $string. So now that should be everything that needs to happen. So the basic premise is this submits the name variable, hello.php, gets that name, and then adds it to this string right here. And then it takes that whole string and echoes it back, which means sends it back to this onReady state change, or well, pretty much this page. And we take that response and we dump it into the header. So let's see if it works. Shout out, JSON. Okay. Boom, there it is. You'll notice that the text pretty much exactly matches what we have here, just with that name implanted in there for the variable. So that's it. That is a nice little Hello World demo in backend development. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully this didn't end up running too long. Thank you guys as always for watching. Please click subscribe, like, all those buttons down there. I always appreciate it when you guys appreciate my stuff. Take care, DIYers.